There's nothing more the pace likes better than to have a cream bottle and to take the lid off and get his tongue down as far as he can to get the cream out. He loves it. How you going, guys? Welcome to this video. This is a bit of a different video because I've been under the weather. I have an infection that's hopefully now under control. It's still there, but a lot better than it was. I ended up going into hospital, getting some antibiotics, and what it was two teeth rubbing where one tooth was putting much pressure on the other one, and it caused a small infection. And I was silly, I thought I could fight it naturally with salt and water and garlic and all that stuff, and it got way ahead of me up to my ear, and the doctor was fearful that it actually spread into my bone. So I've been pretty much under the weather, and a few of you were actually quite clued up and sent me PM saying, "Hey Clay, you haven't been looking too flash lately." Got one from Richard, got one from Jacob, got one from Al, different things, and you were right, I was fighting infection and I was struggling. Feeling a lot better now. I am filled with a lot of painkillers though. I've been taking Voltaren and codeine. And on that note, some of the things in this video, if I've said them and they seem out of character or a little bit bizarre, I'm not sure what I'm going to eat. I haven't edited it yet, but that's because the brain hasn't been quite functioning, combined with sleep deprivation. I had 5 days where I virtually got no sleep at all. In that 5 days, I think we clocked up about 2 hours in total. Just couldn't sleep because of the pain. Anyway, I did sleep last night, and I wanted to put something on the table. I'm supposed to be going hunting this weekend with Kev, one of my patrons. We'll see what the doctor says this afternoon. I've got to go back and have a talk to them because I am a little bit still under the weather, but feeling a lot better. Probiotic yoga. It's a portable one, and it's called kefir. And I use this regularly every day, and it's bloody expensive. I was in the pharmacy, the chemist, and Marpur, and Marina that works there said she makes her own. She gave me this. This is a culture. It's from her own one. You can keep reusing this and reusing this. So how cool is that? And you keep it in water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to canter it off in this sieve, just like that. So I've got these little things here. They look funny, and I've got a little light. I'm not going to touch them because they are a sort of I guess you could say a bacteria. I don't know. They are good bacteria. I think that's what they are. There they go there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them into this milk. Now there's different things on what sort of milk you should use. And geez, I don't know if I should put my fingers in there or not. Might grow a different culture altogether. Going to plop those in there like that. And smack the lid on. And she reckons that you just like poke it in a cupboard. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smack it in a cupboard up here, just like that, room temperature, and leave it there. So we'll come back to that in a day, and we'll see if it looks like this stuff here. I'll drink a whole one of these in one sitting. We'll put our water back in there and I'll show you what this looks like. What it does is it helps your gut work better. Now right now I'm on antibiotics for an infection in my mouth, and I hate antibiotics because what they do is they strip all your natural flora. A probiotic will help you get your natural flora back. You can take those pills that are probiotic, I think that's what they're called. They've got billions of, I've got a bottle somewhere. But you can do this as well, or you can eat kimchi, that's got it naturally because it's fermented, or sauerkraut's fermented. A lot of things that are fermented will give you that same natural probiotic in your stomach. Or you can have a cup of this stuff here. I buy the unsweetened because I don't eat sugar, because sugar's bad for you, and sugar actually grows candida in your gut or thrush around your genitals, which is horrible. And it's not only women that get it, men get it too. That's really nice once you get your brain around having sour things and you're not a sweet tooth anymore. Otherwise you'll go, ugh, because your brain will want something sweet if you're always eating stuff with sugar in it. Anyway, we'll check that natural kefir that we're making out in a day and come back to it. Hopefully it thickens up. We'll see how we go. That duck is definitely eating the common mallow. That's cool. So it is a duck food. I thought they were eating it. He's into it. He's peeling leaves off there and chopping them down, stalks and all. Well, I thought it was just a weed. So not only we can eat it, but the ducks can eat it too. You might remember a while ago when the stays on the front of my houseboat broke. I was in the Marpur channel having my fish, my lunch, and she ran adrift and I nearly lost her. punched a big hole about there, which I've since repaired. Anyway, the problem was the stays in the front had grown tired. For 15 years they'd broken right through, and we did some temporary splices. When we got it back to the wharf, you can see there she spliced up, a bit hairy, which is held together, and this is what the original ones look like. This brass stuff, which ain't going to last much longer, that's 15 years old, and I put some little U-bolts in there to hold it, but it's coming off. So I did an ad on Facebook asking if anybody knew where I could get something like that made up, and Cassidy and Chris on Facebook, bless their hearts, or heart, because it was his dad that actually got these made up at Cook's. I didn't expect to have stuff sent to me, I really didn't. I wasn't asked doing it to get something free, but I really do appreciate that you've done that. So we're going to put those on now, and she'll be tickety-boo. That looks a bit better. We need a bit of a paint around here, but hey, much more secure, and the other side too, just in time before the tide comes in. She's just like I bought one. Awesome. Can tie that up and be sweet as. Thank you, Cassidy and Chris. That's awesome. Stoked. I can see this happening a lot this summer. Barbecue. Tree huts there, and the house is just there. Big flash kitchen inside, but to be honest, this just kind of feels more right to me. And the big thing is, you don't have to clean up much afterwards. The fat splatters go on the ground, the sparrows pick that, or the chickens get it. And eating outside just nice, and eating inside, so it's cooking. Anyway, go and heat that up, and I've got 3 chops I'm going to throw on there, 3 nice mutton chops that I've seasoned earlier on today. It's nice out here, I love it. Sounds like Bruno's drinking the water out of the toilet. Papa Joe's toilet's just in there, and I can hear him drinking something. It can only be the toilet. Got a fresh bowl on the veranda. Yeah, he's definitely drinking the toilet water. You can hear that. Got a bit of lard on there, just breaking down. Check these out. I'll put some garlic, some crushed garlic in there. Not that crushed. Just gonna put the fat bit on there first. There's the desired sound. Yes, gonna get that fat on there. Nicely done. I just like smash these garlic and put them on there. Yeah, get some nice colour there now. Forever hopeful, mate. Mushrooms, or as I like to say, meat of the forest. Ladies, wild mint, heaps of it. That's what you want, just the tips. Hey Bruno, you come over to smell, have you? There's plenty of it here, all that smells fresh, nice. Sauerkraut and some fresh tomatoes, just going to smash them on. Old Bruno's sneaking around there, he can smell stuff. What are you doing, Bruno? I can see you, mate. I can see you in the bushes. I'm thinking the chops need to rest, so let's take them on the board. And they can sit there for a little bit. You good boy, aren't you? Mint. Bruno, away you go. Not for you. You'll knock the whole lot over. Away you go, Bruno. Bruno, away you go. Good boy. Away you go, Bruno. Good dog. Away you go. You're a bit lucky, aren't you? You get to stay here. Got our tomato juice and our fat in there. It's going to be like our sauce. I've chopped this up a little bit, smack it on top. Going to make tomato and mint sauce. So that's my dinner tonight. Beautiful hogget chops with tomatoes and wild mint, seasoned with salt and pepper, and then cooked over the barbie. Got these nice tomatoes here, and we've got some garlic roasted on the barbie, and of course some sauerkraut and those lovely mushrooms. Let's just try one of these mushrooms and see how they are. They really take on the flavour of the meat. Delicious. And garlic roasted is just so nice, isn't it? Oh, that's really good. A little bit of sauerkraut. Still haven't had the main attraction yet. Mixing mint with tomato is an experiment. I've never done it. It may work, it may not. We're about to find out. It's good, but I need more salt still. Just a little bit of salt on this and it completely changes it. The fat and the salt, good. Paste, where you go? You're getting dangerously close to my tucker there. There you go. Tomato and mint. It works. I don't think it's amazing, but it works. It's okay. Something I haven't tried before. What does go with fatty meat is sauerkraut. Papa Joe turned up at the right time and got one of my chops. Hey, that's something new, bro. It's a tomato with salt and pepper and garlic, also wild mint mixed up. How does that work?
That's probably quality.
Quality?
Yep.
Enjoying that?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm not having anything all day.
Oh, it's you're breaking your fast, and that's a good thing to break your fast on, bud. You must be in my good books because I don't generally give up my mutton chops, mate.
Yeah, neither, eh?
How was your day?
Yeah, bloody good, bro.
How many trees you plant?
Oh, we did, I did 400.
Oh, yeah?
Most of the other guys that experienced, like, been there 5-6 years, they put in 600.
Oh, yeah?
We clocked off by 11:30.
Oh, okay.
So it was a short ass day.
Mm.
And yeah, so that was pretty much just my day, plus the 2 hours work here.
Right. Cool. Yummy, isn't it?
Oh man, that mint's bloody mean.
Mean. This might sound bad, but every morning when I wake up, I have this feeling I wish I'd go out there and I'd find Bruno dead. I wish he'd just pass away in his sleep because he's out on the porch out here. He hasn't seen me yet. And I know that when he sees me, he's going to struggle to get up, and he can't. Well, he can, but it takes him ages. He's got cancer right through him. There's more lumps appearing around his chest area. It's probably lung cancer, and his back end is failing pretty bad. Once he gets up, he can move, but it's really deteriorated the last couple of weeks. This is where he sleeps, just out here. Poor old boy. Hello, Bruno. G'day, mate. How you doing, boy? Good dog. That's a good boy. G'day, mate. How you going, eh? Is you okay? Hey, boy. Is you good boy? Come on, Bruno, come. Come on, boy. Well, not too bad this morning, not too bad. That was actually good. Couldn't get up yesterday morning. Oh, not doing too bad at all. Bruno, come. Bruno. Come here, boy. You're not doing too bad. I gave him a massage last night. Maybe that helped. He's lost a lot of weight. He just doesn't seem to keep his weight on now either. I think it's just the cancer. He's definitely lost a lot of weight. Morning, B. Big C. Oh, g'day, mate. How are you? Hey? G'day. Good dog. Were you going to come out, Pay? You want a pat, dear? There, mate. Is that a dead chicken? I can see behind you there, eh? Is that a dead chicken? It's one that died naturally. And I put it on his kennel. He's dragged in it, but you haven't eaten it, have you? Eh? Come on, mate. Good dogs. G'day, mate. Here you go. Hey, down, we don't want that. Good boy. Not jumping up. Stay. Gonna put a rope on you. Stay there. Gonna put a rope on you, mate. I didn't say come out. B. Stay. Stay here. Not looking very good. How's this working out, is it? That didn't work out very good, did it, eh? It didn't work out very good. Stay here. Get out there, Bigsy. Bigsy, get out there. It's going to turn pear-shaped. B. We'll take this off and do it again, eh? Oh, don't you pee on the lead. Come here, B. He's just such a bloody difficult dog to control. Pace, get out there. Be a fight in a minute. Let's take this off you. Come here. Oh, you just don't. B, stay here. Stay here. You have peed all over that. Yep. Try that again, eh? I'm trying to film with one hand. Stay, B, here. Stay here. B, stay. Stay here. Stay. Right, let's try that again. Good boy. Stay here. Good dog. Could have done that better. Come on. There we go. Doing the spray this morning next door. Plenty of it. Can actually smell it slightly on the wind from here. Ah, lovely. Still plenty of snow on Mount Arthur. Gee, I wouldn't mind going for a walk up there. There's bugger all deer up there these days. There used to be quite a lot, but it's been culled back too much. Shame really. Used to be able to go up there and get a nice fallow. Got lots of clover in the paddock this year, which is good. Waiting for Jamie to come at the end of the month to put the fence up. And when he does, we'll put some livestock in there, eh, Pace? We've got power points there now. Richard came out, good bastard, and he did that. And he put a check meter on. He didn't charge me for that. So Papa Joe can use as much power more than above what his usual needs are to run his gaming computer. And can clock up as many kilowatts as he likes. Bruno's actually walking pretty well. Dog's all smelling something here. Next door got a few lambs. That's what I would have liked to have had this season, but we're a bit late with our fencing, and tomorrow's another day. We'll get something in. Just won't be able to grow our own this year. Good dogs. When you have free range chickens, that's what they do to the paddock. You can see their grass is virtually all gone. This grass here is good around here, but the actual paddock, they've got stuff all left in there. Heel up. We think Kilesi's virus has hit us. There's only juvenile rabbits I'm seeing now. All the mature ones have disappeared, and Murray's found a couple of dead ones on the paddock. So that would suggest that it's come back again. There's a new strain, the K virus, that came about 4 years ago, and it just knocks the crap out of them. Good to see a nice population of those native ducks on the pond there. Plenty of them. Don't even look at those sheep a little bit, Bigsy. No, don't you touch. That would be a bad mistake. Yeah, you know. He's watching those lambs run around over there to their mothers, moving around. Anything that runs, if you haven't chased a pig for a while, looks good. Particularly something that's woolly and fluffy and fun to hold on to. But we don't really take too lightly to that, do we, guys? Couple of greenheads on the pond. Very healthy duck population on Murray's Pond. Poe's got no interest in sheep at all. Oh, she's just glad to be out chilling. Good girl, Poe. There's just not one rabbit over there. Normally there's 4 or 5, and normally across the other side there's another probably 6 or 7. The whole farm normally would have a population, I guess you could say, between 50 to 60 rabbits living on it, if you were counting, roughly that. All gone. I can't even see any juveniles. It's amazing what a virus can do, isn't it? Which brings me to the coronavirus. I don't think this particular strain of coronavirus, the Delta one, is going to be one that's going to kill all us humans. But I do think there is going to be a virus that's going to knock us all out. Delta it's killing the elderly and the obese and people with comorbidities. But eventually there's going to be a virus that's going to knock us humans. It's only a question of time. That's a fact. Just like the rabbits. It doesn't kill all the rabbits. The juveniles tend to survive, but something's going to come along because our population is just too much. Here in New Zealand, in the South Island, it's not an issue because we've only got very few people here for land space, but in places where it's really built up, it's a horrible thing to say, but it's nature finding her balance again. And I guess our population, it's more now today than it's ever been in the history of the planet, of human beings. So we are definitely going to succumb to that sooner or later. I don't know when, but come on, base, get in, Big C. So when the virus finally does come in time, what we're seeing now will be nothing compared to something which is airborne, which causes like hemorrhaging, like it does with the rabbits. The rabbits hemorrhage. They die very, very terribly actually. Over a period of time, you find them. It's almost like 1080 poisoning, and they die. They die, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. This has been introduced. It was introduced by, I'm not sure who introduced it, the Kefir virus. It was introduced probably by farmers or someone that was fed up with losing all their food, because rabbits are a pest, although they're a food source to me here. But to farmers, they're a pest. They do a lot of destruction. They eat a lot of feed. So eventually people got pissed off and they introduced the Kefir virus. And then they, about 4 or 5 years ago, they introduced the K virus, which came from Korea, I believe, and that kills even more. So these viruses, whilst they can be used to control an animal population, they could also be used to control a human population. Come on, boy, up you come. Oh, there's a rabbit up the top of the driveway, the first one. It's a juvenile. And that's the only rabbits I've seen. So the virus doesn't kill them. Now that's a virus. It's clever, isn't it? What if in some little place, maybe in China, maybe in Wuhan or somewhere, they come up with a virus that just knocks out all us oldies and the juveniles live? If they can do it with Kefir virus. Now there's a clever one, isn't it? Knock us all out. Get rid of all you old bastards. You've done your years of work and paying your taxes. We don't need you anymore, and just keep the young, healthy, strong workers. I'm going to get shot down for this vlog. I'm going to get shot down. Anyway, these are random thoughts off the top of my head. Of course, none of them are factual. It's just me this morning letting my brain wander and thought go down these avenues and sharing my thoughts with you. I'm probably tripping. I'm quite sure I am. I'm on a lot of painkillers right now. Of Voltaren and up to the eyeballs. I'm fighting an infection, and fighting is a word. It hasn't gone. Underneath here, all my glands are still swollen. I'm on antibiotics. I've got an infection that started off with a tooth that was rubbing against another tooth too much. Leave it, Bagsy. And so I've got a lot of drugs on board right now. So just discount this vlog as being my usual one, because I'm not my usual state of mind. I'm a little bit in la-la land. It's not a bad place to be when you've got a lot of pain, but at least I got sleep last night. So I had sleep deprivation for 5 days, virtually no sleep at all, and now I've caught up. So maybe it's just the brain like going down these weird avenues. Come on, Bigsy, come on. There's the fencing stuff there. Just waiting for Jamie to come at the end of the month. The reason he hasn't come is because the weather's been so wet that underground, the tractor, he couldn't go anywhere with the tractor. It completely fucked up the whole paddock. Well, his tractor wasn't that bad. Not compared to the ones that did the hay, but if you look down here, you can see these huge ruts. Just Jamie's tractor just to put these posts in here. I've also got some new wasabi coming from Fenton at Pure Wasabi in Christchurch. He's charged me, oh shit, he's charged me $15 plus GST a plant. And I think I bought 20 plants, I think. Ducky, you've got yolk on you. You've been eating eggs, mate. No, you've been eating the other duck's eggs. She's hanging around because it's possum yum time and she's wanting to get a little bit. Chickens pick the ends of the possum yum, little bits that get stuck in there. Clean it out. Pace, Poe, B, Bigsy, Bruno. That's right. Oh, Bruno's got a good appetite this morning. Yesterday he wasn't interested in eating at all. Now he's like chomping that up big time. That's a good sign. He's guarding it with his life. You go, Pace. Where you go, mate? Eat up. Where you go? Good boy. Oh yeah, I didn't forget you, mate. I didn't forget you. Oh, calm down, calm down. We've got some water to get through here. There you go. There you go. Can you see that? There you go. There's your possum young. You're going to get down. The old tail's starting to wag. It's not even down the throat. Did you get it down? There you go. Is that good? You want more? Nah. It's for the dog. Sorry, mate. I was hoping you're going to chew that dead chicken, mate. Mate? Eat up. Good boy. That's a good boy. Slow down, mate. Slow down. Even though I chop it up, he's got to do real fast eating. That's not good. Oh, mate, got there. You're supposed to guard that. Hey, where you go? Supposed to guard that. It was B's one. I'll give that to Poe. Hey, Poe. What's the story, eh? You're supposed to guard. Did you eat yours? You've eaten yours already. You got lucky, mate. Sorry, B. Miss Chicky had a bit of yours. In your box. That's a good boy, Bruno. Good boy. That's a good boy. Eat up. Eat up. That's a good dog. You eat up. Good boy. Eat up. That's a good dog. Can you hear that? We've got multiple spray units going. One over there, and one over there. 3. Ah, the countryside. Anyway, this part of the video is the part that is just new in my videos, and it seems to be going quite well. I created it because I wanted something for my children who are students and don't have a lot of income, where they could make meals for under $5, a whole meal. And that's based on doing good shopping and also maybe planting a few vegetables. So we've got a garden I'm going to look at later on, I'll show you, that has never ever been weeded. It's an experiment garden that my son grew. And that garden has produced a lot of vegetables with no work at all, nothing. We haven't watered it, haven't weeded it, put no fertiliser on it. All we did was put a whole lot of chicken shit down and stuff to begin with, and then left it and then planted cabbages and silver beet. So we'll have a look at that. Today's meal is something that I grew up with as a child that my mum used to make. Mum used to buy the cheapest of everything because my parents broke up when I was 10. We lived in a state house area. There wasn't a lot of money and meat was a premium. And one of our favourites was this here. See that? That is pig's trotters. And as a child, I loved it. And Mum would simply put them in a pot with salt water and boil them for ages and ages and then serve them up. Today, I'm going to do them a little bit differently. Something that I thought of. I haven't tried it yet. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. And I'm cooking in the house truck because there's going to be a bit of fat going everywhere. And I like cooking out here. Pig's trotters. Mate, you're supposed to be the chicken house. Not quite sure how you're getting out. I thought Papa Joe had fixed the chicken run, but obviously not. Well, you got a mate in the garden. Right, put you back. Squat. There we go. Got him. Freedom, freedom. Not really freedom. I was watching Jamie Oliver cook pork chops and scoring the meat. Something I always do with pork. And I thought, what about scoring these? What I've got going here, that there is the top of a camp oven, but you can actually use them as a fry pan. I was going to clean Papa Joe's pan. I thought, nah, he can clean that. I'm going to heat this sucker up. And right now it's a new one. I'm just like seasoning it because it's a brand new one. You can see a bit of smoke coming off it. So I'm going to burn that and add a little bit of fat to it and season it. Let's stick some fat on that too. We're going to burn this off and then replace it. I'm not sure how this is going to go. We're going to find out. I'm going to score them this way. There's actually a lot of meat in a foot. Don't like the look of that. Oh, check it right. What you get when you cook these up is you get a lot of collagen and a lot of marrow and stuff that's quite chewy and quite nice. So I'm going to go this way. Sort of going to score it both ways and then across here like this around the foot. Now I'm going to put loads and loads and loads of salt over each trotter. It's going to help hopefully it crackle up and also a bit of flavour. A lot of it comes off when it goes in, so that's why you want to put plenty in there. It's heaps. I know it's heaps, but it does actually come off when it goes in the pan. Season this, and I'm just going to wipe that with paper towels and get that off before I put my fat back on. And the way you clean this is you actually use salt on it, like that, to clean that off. It's still pretty hot, and then give it a rub like this. It's got a wee bit on there, but she's not too bad. Reheating the lid after cleaning it. This is dripping. It's from beef. Normally I make my own, but ran out, so bought some. Now we've seasoned that lid, we can cook in this like a fry pan. Pan is smoking. Well, there's the desired sound. We'll keep rolling that over. Rolling it over like this. One. You can see why I put so much salt on, because as you roll it, you lose a lot of salt. Righto, we're going to leave these for a minute and go out to the garden and try and find a cabbage. You students that have a year or 2 years, in the case of my daughter, 2 years at Taipatini over in Greymouth, you've got time to plant vegetables, and it's little work, and a space this much here can produce a lot of vegetables. This has got one cabbage. I'm not taking that one there. That's a cabbage ready to eat. I want to show you the garden that my son put in probably about 8-9 months ago. Planted everything and just left it. No work, no watering, no weeding, and it's abundant with food. Well, of course we've got kale, heaps of it. I'm just going through this kale, it's like heaps. We'll take this guy here. There he goes. So that's our tucker. There's plenty of chomping in that. Cabbage is really good for you too. Hey Bruno, not the world's biggest cabbage. It really clearly was competing with the weeds and the bugs, but all was done was it was planted and left, and now we've got it to cook up. How are these guys looking? Yeah, not bad. Give them a turn over. Oh, it's crackling up nice. Yeah. It's a pretty small cabbage when you can cut it up with a paring knife, isn't it? This feed should be enough for 2 people. We've now got this nice crackling over the outside of our trotter. I've heated this up. There's fat in there. Cook it a little bit more than that. Straight on top like that. I'm going to put a little bit of water, but I've got to be careful because it's cast iron. And I cracked my last one by putting water in it. Just a little bit. I've had a taste, just a little sprinkle of salt. Actually a lot of salt in there from the pork already, to give it a little bit more. I've turned the pan off. You can hear the pork cooking in here. The pig's feet have had about 15 minutes in the pot, about 15 minutes on there. Pig's feet are really tough, so you couldn't, they look like they're good and you could munch on them, but I can tell you they'd be tough as old boots. You wouldn't get through them. The outside's crunchy. It's had about 15 minutes in the pot so far. So what I want to do is I want to get these crackling bits off and save them. Let's just test and see what that, do a taste test and see how that tastes. Because the next part of cooking this is going to be in water. Who doesn't like pork crackling? Okay, it's not pork belly crackling because it hasn't got the same fat content, but it's still crunchy and it's still tasty and nice to chomp on. We've covered that in water. Going to give it another 15-20 minutes and should be good to serve. Well, that's our cheap man's pork crackling. Of course, it's not like pork belly with that fat, but it's not bad either. And so it's a wee entree while the meal's cooking. Oh, a tasty entree. I bought this little table at Kmart for $35 and made it up. It's the first time I've used it. Oops. Nothing's perfect when you're chefing with clay. I think it's going to be eat with your hands job. Doesn't look pretty. We're going to tear into this. Thanks for watching. Be good, can't be good, be careful. We'll see you next video. And pasted, extra score bit in the end. Give it a go too. And let us know how you get on with it. Hey, gentle. Ah, stop, it's been biting my hands lately, eh? Don't do that. When you give a dog something to eat, you either do your hand closed like that, so leave it, and you've got to let them get it, or you do a flat hand like that. There we go. And then you've got to have a big one of these, because Bruno puts the slobber over everything. Good boy. Snap these suckers in half and get that stuff out in the middle. Eat up. Shot out. Eat up. No, not for you, Paige. Eat up, Bruno. It's a lot of meat in one foot. Heaps. One would be enough for me. Don't normally give dogs cooked bones, but these are so small. That's me done and dusted. Oh, sorry, honey. No paste, no that. There you go. That really fills you up. Let me break it for you. So I'm breaking crayfish in half. Oh, there's a heap of food in that. There you go. Wake up, Bruno. Wake up. Sticky.
Oh, gone.
Yeah, they're only tiny little bones. They can't really splinter. They're all just short knuckle ones, so they're not going to make a very big splinter. I'd never give a dog a big cooked rib bone or thigh bone or something.